Hi, Susan.
Hello.
My name is Megan. I'm a student physical therapist with UNLV. I'm going to be working with you today.
Okay.
Alright. I'm just pulling up my notes. I'm going to be typing as we kind of go along. I'm going to ask you some questions first, and then we'll kind of get you up and walking. I'll see how you move, observe your movements, and then we'll go from there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I read through your intake paperwork, and it seems like you're having pain in your lower back, and it's going down both of your legs. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you've experienced it for a while now. It's like ongoing. It's kind of like on and off.
Yeah. I mean, I've had back pain kind of like since I was 50, on and off.
Okay.
But it's like getting worse. Like I'll get back pain and then I'll get better and then it'll come back.
Okay.
But this is my most recent bout.
When did this bout start, would you say?
Like 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay. Do you know, like, did you do a movement? Did you just overwork yourself? Like, did you walk too far? Just
Yeah, I joined a walking club with my friends and we've been trying to walk like a mile on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We meet in the mornings.
Dang, girl, good for you. That's good.
Yeah.
So is that when it hurts you the most? Sorry, when you're walking, is that okay?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Let's continue.
It just like gets progressively worse, like the more I walk.
I see. Okay. And then, does sitting or resting help? Does it go away? Get better?
Yeah, usually once I get home, that's like the first thing I want to do is just sit down because that's really the only thing that relieves it.
Okay. And you said it's going down both your legs. Can you kind of describe what that feels like when it's going down your legs? I know on your form it said it's more like an aching pain, so it's like spasming in your back and then it's like aching down the back side. Is that?
Yeah, so most of the pain is like in my lower back and then down both sides it just stays kind of in the back. It goes all the way down to my feet.
Okay.
But that's just more like a dull, like constant aching pain.
Okay. Is one side worse than the other, or are they about the same?
They're about the same.
Okay. So is there any other activities besides walking that you noticed aggravate your pain?
If I'm doing a lot of like housework, like cleaning, cooking.
So like standing?
Yeah.
And more like bending?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, housework, yard work, walking, going to get groceries, or like if I go to the mall, that will hurt.
Yeah, I saw on there your goal is to be able to walk further when you go out shopping without having to take rest breaks.
Yeah.
Okay. I also saw that you had a fall within the last year. When did you fall?
My daughter, she has like very slippery stairs in her house.
Okay.
They're not carpeted, and I tripped going down the stairs.
Was this recently, like in the last 6 months, 3 months? Do you remember?
I think it was like more than 6 months ago.
Okay, so it was a while ago.
I just got bruised up. I went to the doctor and
They didn't do imaging or anything for that?
not for that, no.
Okay. Have you had imaging before that? For your back?
Not like a month, yeah. I got an x-ray recently.
Okay. Yeah, I saw on your x-ray and MRI. Is that?
Oh yeah, they did an MRI too.
Okay. And then you have no history of back surgery or any hospitalization for back problems?
No, not for my back.
And then are you following up with your other doctors regularly for your diabetes, high blood pressure, everything?
Those are all controlled with medication.
So you remember to take your medication? You take
Yeah,
every day?
every day.
Okay, good. Do you test your own blood sugar for your diabetes? Yeah. How often a day do you do that?
Well, I have the patch on my arm, so it notifies me on my phone. Yeah.
Perfect. Do you take your own blood pressure? Does your daughter take it for you ever?
No, not really. Only when I go to the doctor.
Only when you go to the doctor. Okay.
But it's been normal since I got put on the medication.
Are you ever symptomatic? Feeling like headaches, dizziness?
No, not really.
Okay. So your pain is about a 5 at its worst and a 2 at its best. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now it feels pretty good. I skipped my walk the past 2 days.
Okay.
So yeah, right now it's like a 1 or 2. And honestly, it's gotten up to like a 6 or 7.
Okay. Is that also with walking, you'd say?
Yeah.
Is there any actions that bring on that spasming sensation you say in your lower back? Or is it all kind of like your back hurts and then your legs hurt, like they go
It's
together?
just like it doesn't start spasming until like the end of my walk.
Like you're tired, like
Yeah.
you feel like your muscles are tired?
Yeah.
Okay. It's allergy season if you hear that sneezing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said, sorry, and you said, so sitting and resting afterwards makes it feel better. Do you ever use any like ice or heat on your back?
Yeah,
Or,
I've tried ice and heat.
uh
Ice helps it a little bit, but
Okay.
it's just very like short-term Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Ibuprofen too, it helps a little bit, but it's almost like not worth taking for me.
Yeah. Do you still drive? Do you have any trouble driving or anything? Neck pain or anything like that?
No.
Do you have any trouble sleeping at night? Does it keep you up or wake you up?
No, not really.
Okay. And you said you're not dizzy, feel lightheaded or anything. Have you had fainting recently, loss of consciousness, anything like that? No? Any fever or like skin rash anywhere?
No.
Have you had any unexplained weight loss or any change in diet recently?
No, my husband and I have been trying to eat better, but
Nothing like
crazy. No.
crazy noticeable? Any trouble speaking or swallowing, like you can't find your words or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And then any bowel or bladder incontinence, trouble going to the bathroom?
No.
No. So looking through your vitals coming in, everything looks good. Is there anything else you want me to know about before we get started with stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So I know we had you fill out a questionnaire on your intake paperwork. So I'm going to explain everything as I'm doing it. I'm probably going to have to touch parts of your back, maybe into your buttocks a little bit, maybe down your leg as we kind of move you around. But I'll definitely explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it so that you feel comfortable.
Okay.
You might be a little sore after today just because we're going to get you up and moving and kind of get you into your uncomfortable spots just so I can see where your pain is and when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get started.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to have you stand up for me. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is I'm just going to check gross like motion. So I'm just going to have you bend down and try and touch your toes as far as you can.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Does that feel okay? Any
Yeah.
pain with that?
Just a little tight at the bottom.
At the bottom? Yeah. Okay. And then I want you to kind of rest your hands on the back of your thighs and reach and look up towards the ceiling and reach back as far as
That doesn't feel very nice.
No? Okay.
No.
Come back to neutral. Good. And then staying in that same position, you're going to go to your left and then to your right, or whichever way. Yeah. Good. Any pain with that one?
Just feels kind of
Tight?
tight. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to have you do those again.
Okay.
And I'm going to measure, I have this tape measure. I'm going to measure your spine. So like when you move, your spine is going to move. So I'm just going to measure how much your spine is moving.
Okay.
So I'm going to lift the bottom of your shirt up.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and bend down and touch your toes again for me. And when you start to feel pain, slowly stop. Good. And come back up. Good. Okay. Then rest your hands on the back of your thighs. Okay. Go ahead and reach down as far as you can.
Right there is when I start
Okay,
feeling
come
pain.
back up. You're good. You don't have to hold it. Okay, since I'm on this side, I'll just go ahead and do this one. So lean towards me as far as you can. Good. Good. Okay, the other side. Okay, go ahead and lean towards me as far as you can. Good. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna have you sit on the corner of this table over here.
Over here?
Yep. So here, I'll demonstrate it for you first. So I'm gonna have you sit right here. You're gonna cross your arms like this, and what I want you to do is just rotate as far as you can to the left, as far as you can to the right.
Okay.
Okay? okay with that?
Mhm.
Okay. The other leg. Okay. You okay with that?
No.
Is okay? All right. So I'm gonna have you come sit right here in the middle for me, and I'm gonna have you take your shoes off, if that's okay. So what I'm gonna do next is a neuro screen. So I'm just gonna test sensation and then like muscle strength in your legs.
Okay.
So I'm gonna touch you with this cotton ball. So it's gonna feel like this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have you close your eyes and I'm gonna touch you on both sides.
Mhm.
And I want you to tell me if they feel the same, different, or you can't feel it at all.
Okay.
Okay? So just rest your hands out like that. Perfect. Close your eyes.
Same. 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 The same.
Okay.
The same.
Good. Okay. So they all feel the same. They're all intact. So there's no difference in sensation on either side. So I'm not really concerned about that. So now I'm going to test kind of your muscle strength. So what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to sit and demonstrate as I go.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you do a motion.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to apply a little bit of resistance against that motion. I want you to kind of resist into me, okay?
Okay.
So the first one I want you to do is you're just going to lift your leg up like that.
Okay.
Okay? So lift up, hold it there. Good. This side, lift. Good. Okay. And then you're going to straighten out your leg. Good. Hold it there. Good. This side. Good. Any pain with that or anything?
No.
No? And then what I want you to do is bring your toes up towards your nose.
With my leg straight.
Sure. Or you can have it relaxed. Either way. Good. This side. Good. Okay. And then just kind of like bring your toes up towards your nose if you can. Hold it there. Good. Good. And then you're going to push down like you're pushing a gas pedal. Good. Good. And then keep that same motion pushing down, and you're going to try and come out. Good. There. Good. Good. Any pain or anything with any of those?
No.
No aching or anything shooting down, nothing?
Mm-mm.
Perfect. Okay, so while I have you sitting, I'm going to do my next test. So what I want you to do is you're just going to bring your head down and then bend forward. And I want to see if you have any of those spasms or shooting down your back. We're just going to start with that. So bring your head down and then move forward. Anything with that? No. Okay, so go ahead and come back. Neutral. Okay, and then what I want you to do is you're going to kick out and then do that same motion. Good. Yeah, we'll do one leg and then the other. Does that hurt at all?
No, I just feel a stretch behind my knee.
Stretch. Okay, what about if you point your toe?
Yeah, that
Yeah?
makes
Okay.
it feel better.
And then stay right where you're at and lift your head up. Just go away.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Okay. So straighten that leg out. Bring your head down. Lean forward. Anything there?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like a stretch.
Okay. And then you point your toe. Get better or worse.
Gets better.
Look up. Better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you lay down on your back for me. Okay. So I'm going to bring one leg up at a time,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're just going to let me know if you feel any of those radiating symptoms down your leg, either the one I'm holding or the other side. Just let me know if it's in both one or the other
Okay.
as I lift. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to grab a leg, and I'm going to lift up. Just let me know when it starts to hurt.
Yeah.
Right there. Is it this leg that I'm holding or your other leg? Or both?
This leg that you're holding.
Okay. I get better when I bend it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right there, I feel like a stretch.
Right there.
Mhm.
And then it gets better.
Mhm.
Alright, so another thing I want to check, so I'm going to do the motion first and bring your leg up to about here,
Okay.
okay? I want you to see if you can do that on your own. Good. Come back. Now I'm going to bring this leg up again, and then now bring this leg up to match it on the other side. I'm going to let go. Can you hold it there?
Mhm.
Is that painful or is that okay?
I just.
Uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, relax. Good. Okay. So, I'm gonna have you flip onto your stomach for me. This will be the only time I have you do this for today. So, I'm going to kind of push on your back a little bit along your spine just to see if there's any pain. If I'm pushing on you a little bit, just let me know if anything hurts, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to touch on your back a little bit. Any pain anywhere? Feels okay?
Yeah.
Just kind of tight?
Mhm.
It does feel a little tight. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bend your legs up.
Okay.
Just let me do it. And let me know if you feel any of those radiating symptoms again down your leg. So I'm just going to bend your leg up. And I'm going to go nice and slow. And then if you feel any pain, just let me know. Good. You okay with that?
No.
Good. Other side. Good. Okay. Alright, you can go ahead and sit up for me. I'm going to have you do one last thing. We're just going to go on a little walk.
Okay.
So you said you kind of feel better when you're kind of in this
Mhm.
position, kind of forward. So what I want you to do is kind of maintain your comfortable posture as much as you can. You don't need to be like super perfect, it's just like whatever's comfortable. And we're going to go on a walk for as far as you can. And then when you feel tired or feel like you have to take a break, just let me know.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you to just like fully kind of relax and see if your symptoms get better.
Okay.
I just want to see what that looks like.
Okay.
Okay? So we're just going to go on a little walk. We're going to just make like a circle.
Yeah, like it's starting to hurt.
Just
Yeah.
go ahead and stop and kind of like relax forward. Does that feel better?
Yeah, especially I think like I would like sit when I get home, and that would
Just
really.
kinda like a,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to have you come sit back down for me. We're just going to run through everything we just did.
Okay.
Okay. So, after looking for everything today, I was kind of testing that sciatic nerve, which is that big nerve that runs down both sides of your leg.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem like that's super aggravating to you, but I do know you have that stenosis in your back, so that could kind of be part of those radiating symptoms that you feel down your back, or down your legs when your back flares up.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give you some home exercises to do at home, and try to follow as best you can. If you're unable to or something's too hard, just let me know. We can modify it, or if you're like, oh, this is way too easy, we can make it harder.
Mhm.
While you're here in the clinic, I can work on some soft tissue, maybe mobilize it a little bit for pain. You said you liked using ice sometimes, maybe we could put you on ice, make you feel better, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Is that, you have any questions for me?
No, that sounds good.
All right, let's get started. Thank you.